It's Monday morning. I haven't left the house. I can't leave the house. London Marathon was the most incredible thing I've ever been a part of, but I can't walk.
It's another business push.
Kind of why we do it and what's enjoyable about it.
All big growth, no money, empty accounts.
It's Monday and I'm at home. I'm in my own garden. I am not going to the office. I'm not going to the yard. I can't walk. I did the London Marathon yesterday and it was the most incredible thing I've ever been a part of. But my brain tells my legs to do one thing and yeah, it's not happening. What an incredible weekend. What an incredible thing to be a part of. The sun is shining. Let's hope it lasts a week and let's see what the guys are up to over in East Horsley.
Oh.
Quite a bit. Oh, I ain't got one today.
Oh, come on, mate, you're a f***ing professional now.
A wise man once said, work hard during the week and the weekend will come quicker.
It is Monday afternoon at East Horsley. Loading up some bits and bobs to take back to the yard. Job's getting there, so we'll have a little look round. It's a bit messy out the front still. We are redoing the driveway with shingle. Lots of storage in here for the clients. That's a bit of a limestone patio, crafted by myself. Two coats of sealant on both patios, this one and that one. Sealant really helped keep it clean and stain proof, so everything just cleans right off with a jet wash.
Guys will be working on the pergola, cladding it out basically, so they've sort of webbed it all out with the sort of main joists, and then they'll be cladding it the rest of the week really. So by the end of the week that should almost be finished, which is another big thing ticked off.
Yeah, it's looking amazing. Very full, very green. Not sure the names of any plants. It's not my forte, no, I'm afraid.
This multi-stem birch is lovely. I do love a multi-stem birch. It's really nice. But yeah, all planted up really, which is great. We are waiting for the Iroko wood to go in, which is like a feature around our circular limestone paving.
Rising up and then falling either way, but we had a delivery of Iroko and it just wasn't up to standards.
Unfortunately, the wood that turned up was a bit bowed. When I say a bit bowed, very bowed and unusable. So that's been collected and will be redelivered. So as soon as that has been redelivered, we can get that in and finish the planting in that bottom corner.
So Iroko, decking and porcelain are the last three things on this job basically. Back up in Chiswick this week to wrap up there and then on to the next, yeah.
And then we'll be starting another job in Chiswick end of week this week and yeah, getting our teeth stuck into it next week. So yeah, busy.
It's Tuesday and I've made it into the car. Very exciting. I feel like I can just about walk again, which is great. I'm off to the office, got to have a catch up with everybody, got to have a catch up with myself and look at where everything is. Once I've done all of that processing, be able to sort of sit down and talk to the camera and tell you guys what I'm going to be working on, what I'm going to be focusing my time on, and sort of talk about some behind the scenes stuff that hasn't been going amazingly and has been a bit of a battle. But yeah, so you know, we'll keep being transparent, we'll keep vlogging, and yeah, catch up with you in the office. And we're into the afternoon, back to using the whiteboards. A few things I've got through already, sort of the quick and easy bits. Working on some sort of exciting things that are going to be appearing over the next few weeks. There's quite a few maintenance points on my board, so yeah, we'll try and get through those. Maintenance staff, maintenance work, maintenance contracts, that's something that I would really like to not be stressing about. Coming up to my least favourite task, which is just cash flow, planning, management, looking exactly what we've got coming in and when, and what we've got going out and when. And whilst most people, I'm sure, who end up watching these will be looking forward to the end of the month and payday. As a business owner, it is the most stressful part of the month. All big growth, no money, empty accounts, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Good afternoon. It's Wednesday. I have not yet checked in. It has been a busy morning. Had a maintenance client this morning get in touch because they've obviously seen our video and see that Jake has left. So wondering if we can continue to accommodate their maintenance work. So probably a good time to address it and say, yes, we can. We have got maintenance staff at the moment, which is fantastic. What we are just lacking is somebody who is probably competent enough to actually price and schedule the projects. So that's what we're trying to fill. You know, it's the supervisory role that Jake was so good at. In terms of general operatives and gardeners and horticulturalists, we are okay and we are getting by. So had just a very open, honest chat with them, explain the situation, they get it. So yeah, like what you see, come and work for us. Gonna be a slow walk, I'm afraid. Legs are just about working. The main legs have recovered. I rolled my ankle on like pretty much 5 Ks in, and that's now that the legs have stopped hurting, that's now hurting. But yeah, I'm fine, recovering quicker than I thought, to be honest. This is exciting. So we just had these in from Big Boots. You would have seen me wearing one of these quarter zips, this sort of blue colour, for a while. That was a sample unit he sent out. So just been trying it out, living with it, you know, gone through a few washes, been out on site, been well worn, covered in the dogs, and yeah, was very happy with the quality. So I've gone ahead and yeah, he's chucked the logos on. We've got a couple of them for the whole team, so they'll be going out to everybody soon. Had a sort of retro version of our logo made. I originally had that done for my old Land Rover that's being hand sign written, but I actually really like the logo. And because we have changed a little bit and, you know, we're pushing on and new things are happening, thought maybe it was a good time to just do something a little bit different. Just a friendlier logo, really. Just a bit brighter, bolder. Yeah, looks smart, looks great. We haven't gone for the big thing on the back. We've just kept them subtle, professional, good quality. Yeah, happy. What else? What else have I dealt with today? Maintenance. Yeah, I mean, maintenance has been what you guys have seen over the last 4 months of videos. We're doing what we can, you know. It took a long time to find Jake, and just because we feel under pressure to replace him and sort of keep the momentum going, that's not an excuse for rushing and pulling potentially the wrong person into the company. That could be incredibly damaging. It's finding someone who's horticulturally competent, but then who's also capable of engaging and interacting and being, you know, getting clients on board and building business and building rapport and chatting to designers, and, you know, it's a whole package really. So it's a great opportunity that's well suited to somebody who is perhaps, you know, in a horticultural company already but wants that next step in their career. It's another business push. New projects, yeah, we've got 3 or 4 nice new smaller projects. After the East Horsley job, we haven't got another sort of multi-6-figure project to go into for a couple of months. But I think that's probably a good thing. The smaller, shorter projects are a good way of building up a bit of cash flow again. So we'll fly through those as quick as we can, run them all nice and tightly, get back out of our overdraft, and then go into the next big job and get back into it. But yeah, you'll have to forgive the outfit I'm in, post-marathon, comfy clothes, not dressed for the camera or seeing anybody, but these old Nike trainers have got a really lovely thick foam soles, and my bruised feet are appreciating them at the moment. The yellow cords are also very soft, so countryside trackies.
Failed our automated security. Go to gov.uk. Search for Contact HMRC. We're sorry we can't deal with your call at the moment. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
No, what?
So to give context on this morning's frustrations, I mean, everything to do with HMRC is frustrating, and I am just still in disbelief at how much money we have to send them and how frequently. I have a real deep-rooted fear of coming unstuck with a taxman, and I really, really hate it. I've got everything in place to make sure we don't get stuck by something at some point, and we try and manage our cash flow as well as we can. But still, just hasn't been enough for me to just completely relax and assume it's all going to be okay. But yeah, these are just the things you've got to deal with when you're trying to, especially when you're trying to grow and build something, and your cash flow fluctuates as well. Yeah, let's try get through to HMRC again. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Now, for security, I'll need to take a few details. First, what's the accounts office reference? We're sorry we can't deal with your call at the moment. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Real focus today is catching up with all of the sites, everything that we've got going on. We're going to be heading up to Chiswick, we're going to be heading over to East Horsley, we're going to be catching up with as many of the guys as we can, just to have a bit of a stock take, a reset, make a plan for the next week or two, because some of our projects that we've currently got running are wrapping up and we've got new ones starting, so it's just making sure that everything is as structured and as organised as it can be going into the weekend. Went out for a very lovely curry last night with Matt, Andy and Harry. Always good to catch up with those guys, particularly, especially out of a work environment and work setting. I'm often needing to keep them updated and tell them what my plans are and the company's plans are and make sure that they're on board. We've got a fantastic group of guys at the moment. The staffing is good. We could obviously do with some more, as everybody can, but what we have ended up doing is, well, unintentionally, we've got a group of very skilled team leaders, landscapers, multi-trades guys, and then we've got quite a lot of labourers at the moment that we've had for quite a long time, but they aren't quite developing and progressing as quickly as we'd like them to. We want them upskilled and becoming number twos for these, these good skilled people. What we need to try and do is push and motivate the younger staff to just grow.
Hello.
Working in London now.
Oh man, yeah, it's like Tetris. Tetris with lots of. This is my little yard. Yeah, welcome to my little yard.
Happy Friday. I am just cleaning down the patio. After a long week, we've done all the dirty work now. Yeah, me and Andy, we've had help from the botanical gardeners guys, Mark and Shay.
So we had all the peach trees delivered quite early on, just to get them in. Obviously they're so big to pull through the house.
Mate, this is this whole job, through the house.
All the planting was supposed to come at once, but it did all come at once. So we've had to kind of keep them alive and have them in, but they've only literally kind of just gone in the ground today. So
it's been a really nice project, not too big. Really nice materials. Everything you see has been cut on site by hand. We did use a big Ruby table saw and a 4.5-inch grinder. It's a nice sized job, very easy to stay motivated, and you're in a small space, so it's good progress each day rather than a massive job with small progress over months.
Take it off, this is the grill lit. Bush. There we are. Very nice, isn't it? Beats my B&Q bucket barbecue. The whole thing sets on fire every time I use it.
It's like every day it's like something new changing, and then by a couple of weeks' time the whole garden's transformed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what we're all about here, is just sort of trying to do very high-end projects and do them well, not rush the little details, make sure the little details are done to perfection, even if they'll never really be seen by a client or not necessarily noticed. We know that those little things, when you make a project, you start with nothing and you finish with something which the client's pleased with. So that's obviously kind of why we do it and what's enjoyable about it. Yeah, day done here, end of the week. So we're going to wrap it up here, have a bit of a clean down, head down to East Horsley, catch up with the guys and go for a Friday beer.
Guinness?
Yeah, I would definitely. Oh, definitely, mate. Come on.
Welcome to East Horsley, and yeah, more great progress. Everything at the front is looking fantastic. You can sort of get a beginning of a feel for the form and the structure of all the planting in here. It's grouped nicely, it's generously planted. Obviously driveway will be last thing, so still pretty uninspiring. But you always want to work your way out, just so you don't risk damaging or going over or sort of soiling or dirtying any work that you've already done.
Massive progress this week with the pergola, which is great to see. Yeah, looking really, really nice. Guys done a beautiful job of it. So
yeah, and so we've got one day left on the pergola before the roofers then come in, put the roofing on. Then it's fitting the skylight. Then we're going to be painting it all, and then it's the guttering. So yeah, last few stages, and all of those subcontractors are all organised, all lined up, all ready to go. We've been having to keep really on it with keeping everything really well watered, especially the stuff that's not in the ground. You know, even after a couple of days of being here, it started to look a little bit stressed. So yeah, been generously watered. The irrigation is in, so that'll be commissioned next week, and then the mulch will come in and cover everything up. The beds will look finished, the plants will look finished, the paths will look finished, the paving circle.
Yeah, I think since you were last here, Jack's done a really nice job of cutting the edge of the circle in. So yeah, he's done a lovely job. It's bang on.
Yeah, it looks brilliant. We obviously had some issues with the Iroko that are being set in vertically around here to form a bit of a detail. Those have gone back, so we're going to be picking up an alternative for those next week, so those can also go in. Then it's just the last few plants that are around here. Obviously very exciting to have the arrival of our...
Have we got a name for him yet? Has Paul named
Well,
him?
there were two. There was a pair at the shop, and it was Bert and Ernie, I think he said. So I don't know whether this was Bert or Ernie, but I do know they're thinking about going and picking up the other one. Because yeah, the old guy that makes them is retiring and no longer makes them, so Bernie's going to go extinct, which would be a real shame. We've also got our herbivores over in the planting.
Munching on some pittosporum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I whip these up just with the offcuts from the pergola.
We've gone through such a relentless wet winter, and it hasn't exactly really warmed up, but even very quickly drying out as the plants are arriving. You can see the stress that some of them go under through the nursery. I mean, you know, it's just dropping its leaves as a sign of stress. It'll all recover, it'll be absolutely fine. You can see just how quickly how young and vulnerable plants need water and need that care. A few last minute additions from the clients, as always. They have gone ahead with some outdoor heaters, so we're putting some heaters under the pergola. They've also asked us to source some speakers, so we've got a nice Sonos system coming, so a bit of a last minute panic yesterday to get the speaker wires run in for that to go into an amp that we're putting inside, but all of that is going in as well. Yeah, coming to an end. It's been a battle, and Matt and I were talking about earlier actually. We think it's a really fantastic use of the space. It's very well balanced. It's great when plants aren't compromised and the age, size and scale and form of the plants aren't compromised. So yeah, it's a lovely place to be, and just in time for summer and the clients to enjoy it and properly move in. Good end to a good week. Do you agree?
I concur.
Yeah, off to the pub, well-deserved pint. We'll try and catch up with some of the guys that are coming off the Chiswick job, see if we can liaise somewhere in the middle for everyone. Got some of the new uniform in the back of the car, so that can be dished out. So that was a lovely way to finish the week. The guys have taken all their new uniform. What do you reckon, Matt?
Dripping in hardwood sauce.
But yeah, I mean, it really is the industry at its best.
Love it, boys. Thank you.
All right.
Cheers.